Collective, don't mind my voice. I woke up like this. Look, the show must go on though, shall it not? It shall. Anyways, peace and blessings to everyone in the collective. I pray that if you come across this channel or across this live or whenever you're watching this video, that you come across it in good energy, good peace, good faith, high hopes, and high faith in the Most High God and Source as well as the Divine. I like to thank my ancestors for allowing me to be here, for choosing me, for picking me, for guiding me, for guarding me, as well as my spirit guides, and especially my ancestors are my highest good. But all praises and blessings and honor goes to the Most High God, Source. Ashe, 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 Ashe. Oh, I'd like to thank everyone in the collective for supporting your girl energetically with the likes and with the subscribes. I ask that you continue to do so. It makes me really thrilled that the messages are getting out. And for me, it does not matter who gives out the messages, so long as the messages are given out to the collective for everyone's highest good. I do not do this for fame, for fortune, and or for money. I do this simply because I love to be of service to others and I love to spread positivity, truth, clarity, and abundance for wherever you are, whomever you may be, and wherever you may be. You may still be in karmic energy. You may be in your dark night of the soul. You may be on your healing journey. You may be ascending, no matter where you are. If you come across this message, that means that it is meant for you at this time. For my returning subscribers, thank you for tuning in and tapping in again. I must have said something that you liked. Y'all forgive me for my voice. So I thank you for coming back, and I ask that you continue to come back and share love and share your love and is that the door? And continue to show your girl energetic love and support however you may do so. I appreciate you and thank you and Ashe and blessings to you. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I am Shay, the dual alchemist, your dual nature being, multi-dimensional dual nature celestial therapy. But who's counting? Who's counting all those titles, you know? If you are coming across my channel, I only believe in synchronicities, not in coincidences. There's a reason why you've come across this channel, and you may find me to be very eccentric, um, very unlikely. Let's just say a little bit out of sorts, a little bit geeky, nerdy, sometimes a little bitchy, but nonetheless, you know, we're all here for a purpose. We have many roles, and we all wear many hats wherever we are in our journey. So, you know, happy to be here though. Happy to be of service to everyone in the collective. So, collective, yesterday was an extremely trying day for me. It was not bad. It was just, you know, bittersweet. And I gave a message and wait, let's start off with quote. I have a new quote, but mysteriously, I cannot find I cannot find my quote book anywhere, nor can I find my microphone and my attachment to my phone. So I said, we're going to wing this one and we're just going to make it do what it do. So yesterday I gave out information and I talked to people about the cells, about biology, spirituality, how all these things are not different. I showed everybody the commonality and all the things that I was talking about, how they relate to religion, how they relate to talking about the same, everything I explained yesterday in my live. I was simply pointing out the commonality in them all, showing that they are all talking about the same things. Whether we're approaching this path, whatever path you may consider this to be, from a theological standpoint, from a philosophical standpoint, from a religious or spiritual standpoint, from a science standpoint, from a biological standpoint, from a quantum standpoint, from a multidimensional standpoint, whatever it may be. I show people how these things all coincide with each other because they are, in fact, the same things. So at the end, I said that eventually, for those of us that ascend, even though no matter where we are, no matter where we are, how far away removed we are from the organic divine flow, the organic state of being. No matter how far we are, we can forge our way through every alternate universe or reality or linear path that has been falsified into the fiber of our beings. And I know I kind of left something out, and it's the initially I said, remember, there was a reverberation, a ripple effect from the organic divine flow states, right? So a lot of people would like to ask, well, how do you really know which path to take if you're on the right path? Well, because of the reverberation of the ripple, the bouncing, butting heads or bouncing together of the atoms, okay, from the organic state, the original primordial organic state. So the ripple from that effect, the reverberation, it has rippled out through every timeline. It doesn't matter how far away removed you are. Ripples go on indefinitely. So even if you are 7 times removed from the organic flow state, when you know you're on the right path, you will start receiving nudges, intuitive hints from what most would like to call from the divine, from source. These are the echoes of the ripple from the organic state. And these echoes are like waves. And we are supposed to ride the waves as they come in. They are frequencies, and we get them in intuitive nudges, intuition, gut feelings, heart throbs, something just within us just tells these ripples, these echoes from the organic flow state. They speak to our souls. And our souls is what helps us forge paths through all these different linear timelines that are built off of falsehoods, right? And they allow us to jump time instead of having going here, 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 here. We can simply cut across. So that was the whole point of the ripple effect of the reverberation of whatever incident took place against organic cells in their primordial state of just divine flow. There was no variable in those. So I just wanted to see people there, but stick around, stick around, stick around, stick around. So we have a quote. I have a new quote. And again, I can't find my quote book collective, but nonetheless, we're going to give out the quotes. I wrote, weaknesses are merely strengths that we have yet to tap into. From yours truly, Shay, the DUAL Alchemist. We're going to get into some energy tap ins. I felt like it was necessary for me to use this, although I'm feeling drawn to 3 decks. So we're going to see where the decks lead us to, what they want to say. I'm feeling drawn to all kinds of decks. Like, geez. I've already said my shades off camera before I started rolling. Y'all, my voice is really crappy at this time, but nonetheless. We have respect at the bottom of the deck. Respect secrets. The keepers of the secrets. Burden of tears. I'm seeing burden of tears. What we got going on here? Loss. We finna see what type of energy this is, collective, because I don't know. Abundance. Somebody lost abundance. Somebody is having a newfound respect for a pathway that they may have taken that went against the echoes of the divine state and flow. And they may realize that this path that they took, although it may have looked like a shortcut, it was a shortcut to them losing divine abundance, possibly, and they are in a burden of tears. That could be what this is about. We're going to see. You and karmic relationship. I feel like somebody, oh Lord, submission. Somebody submitted to a karmic relationship, or somebody wanted you to submit to a karmic relationship. And when you didn't, they went and found someone that would submit to them, and being a part of a karmic and or toxic relationship, thinking that this was a shortcut way for them to have some type of power or power over you and your will, your abundance. And they feel like if you walked away from this person, they feel like that they lost their abundance at this time. This could have been a situation where somebody was not out of the energy of living a karmic lifestyle or a toxic lifestyle, or not ready to really surrender to their divine path. And so they wanted you to go along with them on their toxic and karmic path. And when you refused to, they realized that the abundance walked away with you. This could be a situation like that. Divine, please give me, Divine and Holy Spirit, please give me messages from the divine to give to the collective concerning this energy. I hear it might be for short reads. Sometimes my messages come to me in like 3s and 4s collective, so it may seem like 3 or 4 different separate messages, but then the divine will they will give me a common denominator in them all. So let's just stick around. Oh Lord, somebody is in physical pain collective. Yeah, because they're going through karma at this time. Somebody could be having a lot of physical ailments of the body, a lot of body aches, a lot of body pains, a lot of headaches as well. Somebody's blood pressure could be really high as well. Somebody could live in Austin, Texas, or somebody could name could be Austin. What memorandum? Something about a memorandum. So a memo that went out. Give me more. One more pass. Soon in the reverse. Something will not end. Somebody may want to, oh, I don't like this. Okay, we're going to roll with it, okay? We have anger at the bottom. Somebody cannot take the physical pain of karma. And physical pain doesn't always have to mean ailments, or terminal illnesses, or anything of the body. This could be mental. People really underestimate the power of having a weak mental state. Mental incapacities can be extremely painful, sometimes more painful than actual physical pain. They can actually feel like, or trick the body into feeling like it is in actual physical pain, because be mindful for the people that are in or were in karmic energy, or that did real heinous and like terrible things in their lives. A lot of these people do these negative things and refuse to go on their divine path, because that means sitting with yourself. That means that we have to sit with ourselves and reflect on everything we've done, good and bad. And a lot of people don't want to face themselves as who they were when they made really terrible, poor choices, especially that loss of the ability to use their heart space, causing people pain where one enables another from being able to use their own mentality to think for themselves. And so when people are forced into karma comes around and it forces people to sit with themselves. They have to look at themselves and all the pain that they have caused others. So physical pain, it does not have to necessarily mean of the body. This can be strictly mental here. We have physical pain and soon in the reverse. And I feel like that this soon is in the reverse because someone wants the physical pain to end. But I feel like karma is saying it's just begun. And this person could have gotten this message that no, you cannot pray your way out of this pain of the mental, of the body, of the heart, of sitting with yourself, actually having to finally face yourself and what you've done. Like, no, it won't end soon. Somebody could be praying and asking for it to end. And I believe that the universe is giving them a message like, no time soon. No time soon. Hey, did you see my text? You didn't go around there yet, did you?
I already did.
She was there?
No.
I literally just texted you and told you, boy, and I called you.
I texted you.
I said, she said, okay, it's fine. I'm recording. Sorry, y'all. But no, she said she haven't made it back from Pine Bluff yet. So to give her like a few minutes. Did you talk to her? Okay. Yeah, I tried to call you and I text you. I'm like, I hope this boy don't go around here. Sorry, y'all. Anyways, I hope y'all having a good Friday. Don't pay attention to my voice. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, collective, but we just gonna see what. Yeah, I told you this person praying to the ethers for forgiveness. Now the black cards in this deck, this could be a person talking to spirit or a spirit talking to a person. Somebody is praying for forgiveness for what they've done because they cannot stand to sit in the pain that they have caused, the pain of who they actually were when they were in toxic energy or a toxic lifestyle. It sucks. It sucks. I hate it for them. I really do. I hate it for them. But I don't know what this person has done, collective. We're going to see. Can I get one or two more? Sir, you got the whole living room. You got Taylor's room. You have my room. Y'all forgive me. I'm not one that stops videos and starts them back over. It irritates me. So we're going to roll with the punches because I have children and I have a 5-year-old here that likes to come into the den when I'm doing readings and he likes to make hella noise. Ryan, go somewhere else. What? Your hands what? I can't understand you. Did you say your hands are messed up? That don't have shit to do with your hands, bro. Get out of my den with that game. Go play the game in the other room, please. Cayenne. Reproach. I feel like this reproach card here collected don't laugh at me. I said, go in the other room. He said, my hand's messed up. What does that? His ass gonna be messed up here in a minute. Okay. Reproach. I just feel like with this reproach, I feel like many ways, many paths. Okay. Now, in the beginning, I talked about us forging paths, right? And forging paths through all the falsehoods, the false narratives, the false beliefs, the false traditions, the outdated traditions, forging our own paths, even though ones have not been really paid for us. Like this spirituality thing, I mean, like, it's been around for centuries and centuries. But aren't we all really like fairly new, even if we're 7, 8, 9, 10 years into the spiritual path? Every day is something, we learn something new. Every day is a new learning experience. Every day we might have to, or not every day, but more often than not, we have to double back and go over some things that we first learned on our spiritual journey that we found not be so correct and stuff. And so this is a part of forging our own paths. We literally are making our own lanes in this world. We literally are. So with reproach, I feel like somebody had many ways to do something. Somebody had many, and then anger is right back at the bottom. Someone had many ways to approach a situation. And with there being 2 snakes on here, oh, spirit is so funny. So funny. With there being 2 snakes on here, I feel like one was the more noble path. And yeah, it is noble because I did see eagle at the bottom of this deck. That's the gatherer here. I shuffled those, but nonetheless, the more this is like the not so the path less taken, the path less tread. It's the most righteous one, but it's the most tempted. It is the most hardest one because nobody really takes that path, and so we don't really have a lot of experience or a lot of advice taking that path less tread because people usually take the more tempted, the more easier path to cut through to, take a couple of shortcuts and stuff, get there faster, right? And so I feel like someone had a choice to take certain paths. And somebody just decided to take the path that everyone else took. Somebody is a follower, was at the time was a follower, not a leader. And somebody is mad about this. But in all actuality, this person cannot be mad at anyone but themselves. Sir, can you please go in the next room? I'm gonna take my phone. I find it rude. I'm gonna spank you. Let me get one more. Karma right back at the bottom. Also, is reproach, anger, and karma. Somebody, even if someone took the path that everyone else takes, you know, they the leaders and stuff like that. I believe that on this particular path, someone had the choice to exit off of that path. It's kind of like splintering, right? With the whole linear paths things that I was talking about. On these linear paths, remember, well, for those who have watched that particular video, there is a such thing called, well, a variable would be something like splintering a linear path or timeline, right? And so splintering, that would be like forging multiple paths or on the wrong track. They had many opportunities to exit off of this path. And this person being stubborn, possibly being arrogant, possibly being cocky, possibly even still being steered wrong, they decided to take that same path. They didn't exit here. They didn't exit there. Oh, there's an exit. I can be, you know, rush hour traffic. They didn't get off on those exits, right? And so now this person is stuck in the rush hour traffic of karma. That's what I feel like it is. We have submission and guide and communication. And I feel like that somebody got the intuitive nudges, you know, the echoes from the divine flow state, that this is where you get off at. You're going on the wrong path. Okay, don't continue on here. Get off here, exit here. Somebody's GPS, somebody moral compass was, I feel like, was working in full effect, but they just chose to let their ego override their moral compass. And therefore, they are in a state, a final destination of physical pain that will not end soon because reproach. They had many different paths. They had many different ways. They had many different chances. But now all they can do is submit to whatever karma they are in, and they are angry. Somebody is realizing that they can't pray themselves out of whatever this is. Spiritual message. Let me get one more. It's unfortunate, guys, everyone, but you know, we all free will. Some people even want to get mad at God, like, oh God, why did you give me free will? Like, you can't. God probably looking at the people that say, they're like, really? Really? I mean, but hey, like I said in the beginning, new quote: our weaknesses are merely untapped strengths. You feel me? So everything is going to be a weakness to us. When we are babies, a weakness to us would be crawling. Then we crawl. Now it's a strength. When we are babies and we're crawling, a weakness to us will be walking. And then we walk. Now it's a strength. The same thing goes for every life. Yeah, karmic message. This is karma talking to someone. Karma is saying you had many different chances, many different paths, many opportunities, and you chose not to. You chose to ignore it. Abundance, love, children, message of peace, forgiveness, somebody, you know, freedom, learning. Can't go back to yesterday. Definitely can't. So I have abundance here at the bottom of the deck. I see the gatherer and the drum. The gatherer in this deck, it kind of gives me, because if you look, this person, it looks like that they are bound. Okay? Bound by the hands of karma, right? I see magic here. Hummingbird, a magical anomaly. Is this really the one I want to use? I think so, but we're going to see. We might use that later. the end of this read. Fire and the hummingbird. Somebody could have just witnessed a fire that spread supernaturally or very unnaturally. It could have took some lives. Somebody seen, did somebody run into a fire, ifrit or something? Somebody could have been in a fire. I know that didn't nobody get burned or something. Somebody could be suffering from 3rd-degree burns. Somebody could be a firefighter in this energy. Firefighters, we typically consider them very upstanding people, heroes, stuff like that. But if this person had a wicked side, something they did outside of their job of heroism, this could even be a person who felt like because they were a firefighter, saved lives, put out fires, stuff like that, that gave them the okay and the go ahead, like all their good deeds that they did was saving lives and stuff, and being a hero could override their dark life that they lived outside of this career. I think something caught up to a person when they went in to save someone, possibly in a building. They took a path against their discernment, or maybe they feel like that their discernment was not working. Maybe typically this person's discernment or intuition is very heightened, but karma has come around and possibly knocked their heightened intuition down, or cut it off entirely, which forced someone to take the wrong path. There could have been lost lives in the there could have been lives lost in this fire. Man, bro, look, many paths. This person could have even sustained severe burns on the body. But this is karma. This person could be sitting up angry in severe pain from 3rd-degree burns or worse, plus lives lost, because they feel like that they should have took another path. The intuition just was not there. Many paths is here. Luminous warrior. Somebody definitely could be a firefighter. The Rainmaker is here. Somebody definitely could be a firefighter. I'm getting that. I'm picking up on that. Is it me, or do most fires happen at nighttime? I've always found that quite odd. Anyways, this fire could have spread unnaturally. Maybe someone took the path that they thought was the right path to get people in and out. And maybe maybe this fire spread unnaturally and somebody is looking at it as a supernatural force. We have the sacrifice here, the sorcerer. Okay. We never know what kind of lives people live outside of their jobs, careers, or what they show us on social media or in person, okay? The Andean cross here, we have upper, middle, and lower realms here. This is giving me foresight, or all sights, all eyes being on this particular person, who this person was going after. Okay. If anybody has ever watched Medium, the show Medium before, favorite show, y'all, favorite show. There was a man that was a firefighter on one of these particular episodes, and he was an undercover hitman as well. He took hits for hire. So what he would do is he would set fires to buildings, and he would go and set fires to the buildings of his targets that he was paid or hired to assassinate. He would set fires to their buildings some kind of way, and then he would go in as a firefighter and he would take them out. Okay. And then he would get paid the money, and then it would just look like that these people died of smoke inhalation, or they didn't make it out the fire, or he couldn't save them and stuff like that. This could actually be somebody living who has lived like this, or who has done this maybe once or twice. Okay. Maybe somebody had the choice to say, maybe somebody is heavily spiritually gifted, and maybe somebody got an angel and demon on their shoulder at all times, and somebody chooses to do the right thing sometimes with their job, this career, and sometimes they choose to do the wrong thing. And maybe sometimes the demon or the devil is more louder in this person's psyche than the angel is. And maybe in some instances, a person took advantage of seeing where they could have saved a life, and they chose to possibly sacrifice that person in this fire as a way to gain more power, or a way to gain that person's innocence or essence, or whatever comes from that adrenaline rush when people are in dire need or in danger and in hell of fear. But then this person would think that they can offset whatever that terrible deed, wicked deed is. They think that because they were the only one that knew, that they could possibly go and actually save a couple of lives to offset whatever that sacrifice is that this person did. Sorry for somebody. And somebody's name could be Andy. Or Andy and Cross. Could be partners, firefighters. Somebody could be Catholic. What would be that other one? What is the church that has the cross with the circle around it? The drum. Give me more on the physical vein. The rainbow here. Yeah, somebody did. Okay, so just hear me out for a second, collective. Like, not all divine beings make it. Not all divine beings choose to stay divine their entire life path. Okay. Some divine beings, they see that they may make a choice where they may sacrifice someone or give up something, and it's not the proper way, the godly way, or the divine way. And what this does is this opens up a bridge or a roadway to the darkness. The more sacrifices, the more wicked deeds that they do, no matter how divine that they think that they are, they begin to lose pieces of their divinity, including their spiritual gifts. But they don't realize that they're losing their divine gifts, okay, which are way more powerful than the actual gifts that are given to you by the devil. So they don't think that they're losing their divine gifts or losing their connection to the divine and to source, because the darkness will replace that divine gift with a dark gift in such a way where that person never realizes that they are falling from divinity. And the more that people do wicked things, whether they're divine or not, it creates a roadway, a bridge to the darkness, to the lower realms, which I would like to call, to the devil's pits. And we're all demons. And not only this, people don't also realize that when you open up or forge these bridges through wicked and evil deeds, that bridge is not a one-way bridge. This bridge is a three-way, multiple-way bridge. That means that not only can you go or use this bridge to go into the underworld or the dark realms and stuff and summon up things and get particular things, but things from the underworld or from the dark realms can also come onto this bridge, come into you, through you, and enter into what we know as this physical realm. Lower world. Someone also thought that if they did a wicked deed, that they could outweigh it with what, 3 to 4, 3 to 5 good deeds, and that would like cancel out the wicked deed. Oh God. Oh God. Look, sorcerer. Okay. Keep doing that sorcery magic, dudes. Keep on. You know that with that sorcery magic goes your mental capacity, right? A lot of people don't realize that. You become insane with what they call the warlock power. It's actually a curse. It's like a, if anybody ever watched Charmed, remember the more that Cole tapped into his warlock powers, the more insane he went. And also in Charmed, in one particular season, they were saying that men were not allowed to be witches because any man, any masculine within their bloodline, if they ever practiced witchcraft or sorcery, it drove them mad with power, and it eventually drove them insane, where they would become a dark warlock, right? Somebody got something. Somebody saying it. The crow is giving me an omen, a sign, a signal. Somebody is just now in the knowing or realization that they opened this roadway, and it's not a one-way bridge or roadway with all this sorcery. And the sorcery could be somebody like using their job as a cover to take people out or sacrifice people for, money. Abundance is here. Okay. Mm. Oh Lord, why I gotta get these crazy reads? Yeah, something was anomalous with the hummingbird. This is my anomaly card here. This is supernatural anomalies. This fire was a supernatural anomaly. Somebody has never seen a fire spread or act in a manner that this fire did. That's what I'm saying. I seen that fire and stuff in the gather. I feel like somebody could have ran into like a fire gin. DJINN. Of course, some jinn, they walk amongst humans, and they don't really bother humans. They're not too worried about humans and stuff. They just want to live their little human lives and stuff like that because they're so used to living their lives as jinn. And then you have some that are hella malicious and have malicious intent for people, and they will trick you into, using some of their dark sorcery and stuff like that. Because a lot of sorcery, magic, and dark occult knowledge comes from jinn, the jinn realm, the realm of jinn. Jinn have free will as well, my good people. Hmm. Soon in a reverse. Somebody else could have been in like special ops. Because I'm hearing like Kuwait, Kowalski, something like that. That could be the Penguins of Madagascar for all I know. I'm sorry, y'all. Little laugh, little laugh. But that's too many. Look, somebody's power has spiraled out of control. The spiral, the staff. We're talking about power, harvest. Somebody was harvesting seer magic, bro, by sacrificing them, bro. Seers of the upper realm. I'm telling you, somebody targeted these people who were set to be on the holy mountain, who were enlightened. I cannot make it up. Somebody was using their job as a cover to sacrifice and take out seers. Every life that this person sacrificed or that this person took, this rainbow is a bridge here. And think of every color representing think of every color on this rainbow representing a seer, a different seer of some kind. Okay. And with every seer, somebody wanted some dark ass power. That's all I do know. I can't even say this person was divine. I can say this person was a sorcerer who probably used being a firefighter as a cover to target people. And so this means that this person had a list of people who were possibly divine, people who were seers, who had specific gifts, and each of them had a particular gift that this person needed to sacrifice that person to take their gift, and then eventually combine, let's say, possibly 7 different gifts from 7 different seers that this person sacrificed to forge this bridge to underworld, to have some type of humongous, grand wizardry, sorcery type of dark occult knowledge and or power. There was a lot, so we're not going to take them all. Let's do soon. Y'all can hear me, right? It's not like blanking, like going in and out, right? Like my voice is crappy. Can't find my microphone. Soon. Illusions, smoky mirrors. So soon in the reverse. Ending of some type of illusion. Somebody was under the illusion that they look. This is Jaguar in the reverse. This card is like 7 of Swords. This is like stalking prey or stalking prey. Somebody also thought that this bridge that they forged with these sacrifices that they made, that this would make them safe from oh Lord. God, they just dumb down here. God, they just dumb down here. Like I said, we learned off of shared experiences, sometimes forging our own path, and it has no experience or no advice. Nobody has ever done it before, but I don't know. I don't know where this person read this or got this knowledge from, but someone is heavily under an illusion that they would not become prey to these things, to this realm that they open a bridge, a door, or a window to. Like, you're not safe. Hello? Those people those things are in the pits and in the dark realms for a reason. You think that they really gonna protect you? You really was under the illusion that you would not become prey. Now something won't end. Now somebody could be being haunted and tormented by these things. Hey, you opened up and forged the bridge to them, to a realm, to some type of window, door, something. Reproach, many paths. I don't know what this is that want to come out. The coyote. Okay. Reproach. Reproach, many paths, many pathways, many opportunities to exit, time and time and time again. This person was even given time to take an exit, to take a different path. I feel like time's up. Taming the wind. This is the thoughts. This is giving me taming the wind. Wind would be like air, and air would be known as thoughts, the psyche, you know, even like the mental voice or the voice in our head, you know, subconscious. Somebody could really, I'm telling you, somebody had many opportunities. They got the nudges and they ignored them. You know why? Because this person was already under the heavy illusion that not these things that they were sacrificing seers to were going to protect them. Be careful who and what you form alliances with. I don't know about y'all, but being a part of some whole faction and coven and club and stuff like that, it don't really sound too safe to me. Even if it seems like the best of clubs, you know, everybody's for each other, I just don't do the club thing. I just don't do the, you know, like 90210 type of thing. You know, I'm being real silly, but I'm serious. I just don't do the. I'm cool with the group dynamic for specific functions, but me having to sit down and discuss with a room full of people my every move, my every decision, and they have a say so over what I do, and then there's a ranking and a hierarchy. I mean, in the physical sense, of course, in the spiritual sense, we respect the hierarchy and we respect ranking. But in the physical sense, I just don't see myself ever being a part of some weird ass club and stuff. I just don't, because then people so easily are led astray I never trust anybody to tell me to follow them. I never would. I never would. I never would. Follow you? So you mean to tell me you're not going to give me the information that I need to be a leader myself? You're just going to give me the information to follow you. Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm out. I'm out. Sign me out. Or count me out. Hell no. Nah. We got karmic message. What's the message from karma that karma wants to tell this person? Possibly from Pakamama, upper, middle, or lower realms. What's tomatoes? Timidus. Tomatoes. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. Wouldn't that be like PIMDUS? Because I'm hearing like tomatoes, timedus is TYDMAS. But why is that sounding like PIMDUS? Like, please excuse my dear Sally. I don't know where we at. Somebody could be very calculated. That's what I'm getting with this. Karmic message, the gatherer. It's time. It's time for somebody to be gathered and sit in their karma, or be gathered to serve out their karma. The owl is here. Wisdom, knowledge, knowing, information. Enough information has been gathered on this person to sentence them to however long of a cycle of karma. Davies is significant. Somebody's name could be Archibald. Archibald. Okay, if y'all like it, I love it. I mean, hey. The gatherer and the beauty way. I'm kind of confused with that. Please elaborate. Oh, the blade. Never mind. Never mind. I was going to ask to elaborate, but Jesus. Karmic message. The gatherer, the beauty way, and the blade. This person is the target. And with this beauty way here in the karmic message, I feel like, y'all, listen. Karma is a bitch. Just make sure that bitch is beautiful. Whatever kind of karma you reap, so shall you sow. You finna go around there?
I just called her. She didn't say nothing yet.
She didn't answer? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I need this one deck. And it's a deck solely for karma. Damn, babe. Right on the bottom. The tower. Kanye, do you know where mommy's microphone is for my phone? We got the tower on top. Hold on. A lot of this is in the reverse. Let me make sure my stuff is right side up, y'all. Voice crappy, phone speaker is crappy. Y'all just bear with me. If I could talk louder and less like scratchy, itchy and scratchy voice, then just let me know. Thumbs it up, say something. So yeah, at the bottom of this deck we have the tower. Boy. Also, if this person was using siphoning people's spiritual gifts by sacrificing them in these fires, this person was taking these spiritual gifts and not only forging this bridge, but this rainbow, this could be like the breastplate of righteousness. But think of the breastplate forged by the sacrifice of seers. So this will be a dark breastplate, a shield, helmet of protection to shield him or her from the dark forces that it was summoning or building a bridge to summon. The protection of these shields or whatever this is, this person was making. The divine has rendered, karma has rendered these things useless. And I keep hearing the name Anthony. We have 9 of Cups. Somebody wanted to be like all powerful, like the most powerful dark sorcerer or something. Any more on this person's energy? Yeah, this person was making people transition purposefully, physical pain. What's the 6 of Swords with this physical pain and the sorcerer? The Emperor. This could have been somebody's father that transitioned or lost their life. Or this could be this masculine. I hope he's not coming out as an emperor, but I feel like this person sacrificed somebody's father for them. Yep. For some type of stability. Yep. Somebody's family. Somebody's family hired this person. This person is like an undercover hitman with the who has a cover as a firefighter. This is what I know with the 7 of Swords. I'm telling you what I love. People's family, this is another life insurance policy scheme. People's family were hiring this person to either start fires, or they would start fires themselves, or by some type of magical means or some weird shit. Even summoning, like I said, a fire djinn to start supernatural fires that have no real causes or real origin of start where it can never be found. So it just seems like it was a spontaneous fire, a spontaneous combustion, something like that. Then this firefighter person would go in to possibly save the person, but they would let them die in these fires, and then the families would pay this person out money. They would tell them who the target was. Maybe this person would go in, save a couple people, but the target would always die. But this has not been found out. And even if this hasn't been investigated upon, or person has some type of injury because of some type of supernatural fire, but this is karma. Some type of fire djinn is out for this person's head. Look what this person do for work, okay? This is what this person. The smoky mirror, we have soon in the reverse. So this is soon. This is like not soon. This is something not ending. This is soon. In the reverse, this is for the foreseeable future or even past that, right? And then we have the smoky mirror illusions, and that's falling. The 8 of Pentacles is falling under this illusion card, and then Jaguar in the reverse. Pray. Somebody didn't appear to be this type of person because of the type of heroic ass job that they had. So nobody would ever suspect this person as being an undercover assassinator and a sorcerer. A person who sacrifices people who are seers, people who have divine powers, people who have stability in their emperor or empress power, and who will make these people transition. Child, somebody, give me more. King of Pentacles. All this person was concerned about his money. Is this King of Pentacles a sorcerer? Because it don't feel like it. The King of Pentacles could have been running this behind the scene. You know who this is giving me this is putting me in the frame of mind? Devil's Advocate. If you look at the the movie cover for Devil's Advocate, this would be Keanu Reeves, and standing right behind him, same look, same kind of setup, everything. It would be Al Pacino. Somebody was being ordered by someone behind the scenes. Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, 9 of Cups. This could be by a woman. Oh, Lord. I mean, Divine, we're just doing a remix of Devil's Advocate. Let me know right now. So we all know how this is going to end, right? Right. The Strength card, yeah, it was somebody else behind the scenes with a lot more money who was pulling the strings with this person. Or this person had a lot of pull. I feel like this King of Pentacles is. we're going to clarify. We have an Emperor, we have a King of Pentacles, and we have a Sorcerer. Time Master with Taming the Wind. Somebody's daughter could have went out for a walk, and somebody's daughter could have been behind one of these fires. She could have went out for a walk or for a run, and while she was out, the place, house, wherever, building mysteriously caught on fire, and oh no, her dad was in there. So, he is so rude, and he doing that shit on purpose. Okay. The Time Master, Taming the Wind. Somebody also could be having like missing, somebody is missing memories. Somebody having blackouts as well. Somebody is having huge lapses or gaps in their memory. That's because this person is being taken over by an entity. The Fool. Many Paths. The Time Master, Taming the Wind. Somebody unknowingly also built a bridge from this realm, wherever these entities are that this person was working with or summoning. This person thought that they built a bridge. Just like I said, it was a three-way bridge at first. And I'm like, well, how does that work? Wouldn't it be more like a two-way bridge where they can go into this realm and summon things, and they can summon things out to come out? But I think that there was a third bridge or a third path. And this was into this person's mind. This person may not be aware. This person may have a lot of time lapses or memory lapses, a lot. And it could be that someone just, invoked one of these things once for one particular purpose, or did this once, not knowing that when they did this, they could have summoned up something very powerful and let this thing into their mind, into their vessel to take over. So let's say that moving forward, this person's intention, if they were in control of themselves, was not to do this or have this be a repeated event, but this person opened their vessel up to something that was taking control of them. Somebody is definitely having memory lapses. We do have the Fool card here. Reproach, the Time Master, Taming the Wind. 10 of Wands. Somebody could wake up in messed up places and stuff, not knowing how they got places. That's too many. Somebody could be LGBTQ, two masculine lovers. That was defeated by an Empress that they didn't see coming, that they should have protected themselves from. A King of Swords who was under a heavy illusion about investing into, I don't know, we're finna see. Give me more on. These cards just don't want to go. They either want to come out in clumps. I'm telling you, somebody is not themselves. The Fool. Okay. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. The Devil. That this person's body is being taken over. It has been, and I don't know for how long, but it has been. This person can have 10 years, 10 months, 10 days, 10 hours could go by where this person doesn't remember things. And this is when they are being possessed or controlled. Or this could have happened 10 times that this person doesn't remember quite what happened. Because he just have to make all that noise now, don't he? I thought we was going to have a nice read, collective. The gatherer, the beauty way with the karmic message, 10 of cups, page of swords. I'm telling you, somebody, this is another like insurance scam, insurance fraud, inheritance fraud. This is another way that people are taking out their family members for insurance policies. They have these people, I'm telling you, people that are healers, people that have divine, spiritual, and healing gifts. This is what this is. And this is another way that people come to this man. And let's say he did this once. Let's say somebody did this or partook in this and they didn't even know that this was what this was. I know people in the collectives will say, like, well, how can somebody not know that that's what they were doing? You can be tricked. You're not using your discernment, you can be tricked. Think about it. People get tricked with romance scams and schemes. Think somebody love them. Think somebody is in it for the long haul. People get tricked by their family members when they're in nursing homes, when they're on their deathbeds, when they're out of their mind, coming out of surgery. They get tricked by their family members to sign over shit. You know, people get tricked all the time into all kinds of things. Oh, we just going here real quick, and then next thing, can you take me here? And the next thing you know, somebody running up out of a store who you gave a ride. They done robbed the motherfucker, and there you go in the middle of some shit. People get tricked very easily all the time. But there's always a certain nudge that we get to not take certain paths, to not take certain offers and advances or advice. We get them sometimes. A lot of times we just be so much in this world that we just don't pay attention to these things, and then it lands us up in karma. It's called ignoring the red flags. We've all been there, done that. And I feel like this is a situation where someone didn't know, like somebody has a partner. A partner. My throat has not been itching this whole time. I know my voice is like raspy, but my throat has not been itching this whole time. Somebody damn sure don't want me to say this. Firefighters typically have a partner. They typically work in a team, but then they have a partner where they go into burning buildings together and they watch each other's sixes. One or both of these people can have a background in the Navy, the military, the Army, special ops, something like that. The person in special ops could actually do this. The person in special ops could be very well skilled in taking people out without a choice. Somebody possibly retired from special ops. They went in and got a career as a firefighter, but this person probably served as a hired hitman under the guise of being a hero, a firefighter. Their partner, they could have had their partner help them unknowingly, have their partner unknowingly help them unalive someone for insurance money. The partner who was unsuspecting, this could have made them very heavily susceptible to possession, to entity attachment because of this crime that they, helped someone commit, but they didn't know. But either way, they helped to commit it. Temperance. I'm telling you, somebody is taking these are families that know that they have an earth angel in their family, and they, of course, we know that these people have been finding many ways to take out earth angels, seers, healers, shamans, spiritually gifted people, stuff like that. You know, earth angels. These are families that know with the page of wands. These are people that know who the spiritually gifted ones are. Of course, this will be somebody's karmic family. And they set up shit to take these people out. And they use it. And one of the ways they use it is by this firefighter. And somebody who didn't know that what they were a part of then got caught up in some shit that they don't know what's going on. Somebody is having a lot of memory loss. I'm talking about like either 10 hours or 10 days. It definitely could be like 10 days though, but 10 hours. Somebody could work a 10-hour shift. And when they're on their shift, they can't remember working their shift with a partner. This may not be, they could be LGBTQ plus, these masculine partners, but these are partners. This is not giving me twin flames. This is not giving me 4-1 stability. This is giving me a business. This is giving me a partnership here. Don't mind my nails, y'all. I don't even know where we want to go with this. I cannot. This ain't the one. Where are we going with this? This is too much. Queen of Swords, Five of Pentacles. One of these jobs could have been done, or the initial job could have been done by a Queen of Swords who wanted to take out possibly a father figure or a husband or uncle or somebody, because this person wrote them out of a will. 9 of Wands, and they could not withstand it. The Queen of Swords, 9 of Wands, and this person was going to have to do a lot by themselves, overcome a lot, or this person had Cayenne. No. There's a Queen of Swords that could have had a lover here. This could be the Emperor, or this could be the King of Pentacles. Take it as it resonates. I feel like this was the initial job where Queen of Swords realized, the lovers, the 9 of Wands, that somebody's going to leave her out of the wheel, or that she had been wrote out of the wheel. The Hierophant, the devil, with the 3 of Pentacles. She had been wrote out of the wheel. So she wanted to take this person out and possibly change the wheel. Or get this person to change. Yeah, she wanted to take this person out. And then have somebody to help change the wheel, which could be this King of Pentacles, because I said this is somebody different. The Emperor could be this Queen of Swords, like father or husband or something like that, like elderly husband. If this was a younger woman who married for money, and this masculine, this Emperor could have wrote her out of the wheel or didn't put her in the wheel, and she wanted to take him out or something, so she could change the will or get the money via a life insurance policy before maybe somebody got their hands on the will. The King of Pentacles could be this Emperor's like a state lawyer or something like that, who hires. But if this is an estate lawyer, this could be something that he does on the side as well, where he hires people. Yeah. King of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, strength, where he hires people to take out people who have like wills, inheritances, last will and testaments. They're close to, kicking the box or whatever. Is it kicking the box or kicking the dirt? Whichever one it is. Y'all know what I mean, collective. Give me more on this energy. And this could have been how whoever this initial person is we started off with, this is how they could have got like mixed up in some stuff. They probably possibly went into something, and they probably caught their partner actually taking somebody out. And then in a panic, they possibly helped this person. 4 of Cups. And then offering something they should have rejected or declined doing. 4 of Cups says apathy, meditation, contemplation. I'm telling you. And we have water here. Maybe water. Give me more on this energy. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for giving me the messages, no matter how crazy they are. Because y'all always like to give your girl the crazy. It's not just me with the crazy messages, baby. Because wait till I come up in here and start talking to y'all about the extra dimensional beings. And people going to think I'm really fucking crazy then. I'm not. I'm definitely not. I am just different. Yeah, see, listen. 4 Cups, 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords is right here in the same category right here. Y'all can't see it, but it's right here. This is talking about transitioning to peace or rest in peace. Making somebody transition, 9 of Pentacles. Because, listen, somebody was wrote out of a wheel. Listen, 8 of Cups and the Death. Somebody was wrote out of a will. This is the first initial contact or the start of somebody's entity attachment or possession. The moment that somebody helped with this, or even if they saw their partner taking somebody out and they didn't say anything, or they froze up and they didn't take any action, the inaction, or even not speaking up against it, or saying something, telling on their partner, it's the equivalent to participating in. Yay or nay? Because see, the laws on this realm, especially like the criminal law, Supreme Court, stuff like that, they work kind of the same as in the spiritual realm, but in the spiritual realm, it's a little different. Well, it's quite different, but if you want to start with the ground basis of how spiritual court and law works, just start by learning law here on this realm. All the verbiage, all the terminology, huh? How to read in between lines, knowing UCC code, stuff like that. Spiritual law and spiritual court are extreme consequences and suffering, you know. Um, Karma would be like, karma would be sort of like the bounty hunter. Let's say karma is like, what do you call the guy that used to be at the guillotine? They used to pull the thing and just, what do you call those? Karma would kind of be like that. Karma would be the person that hands out the penalties, or that makes sure that the sentences or penalties are served and held in high honor, or served out. Karma wouldn't necessarily be the warden, because more so like not all divine beings, not all earth angels would be wardens, but quite a few of them are wardens. Just so people know. Earth angels have many jobs. Divine beings, light workers, bringers, bearers, they have many different jobs. We're not all here to do the same things. We don't all have the same gifts. We're not all dispatched to the same areas for the same specific purposes. Some earth angels, light bringers, and bearers are here to make sure that people in serving out karmic cycles actually serve out their karmic cycles, and that they don't gather up any more karma, or make sure that any other souls or innocent souls are lost in the balance of someone serving out their karmic life cycle sentence. Give me more on this energy. Somebody damn sure has an entity attachment that has taken over their body and they lose time. And it started with somebody who didn't want to be left out in the Five of Pentacles, left out of a will. That was the initial start of whatever this is. Something about Hayden or Haven. What's Baltz Haven? Baltz Haven. Knight of Pentacles, practicality, steadfast, and routine. Five of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles in the reverse, lack of growth and carelessness. There's a woman here who was left out of a will because when whatever marriage she was in with a person, if she was in this person's will, someone seen that she was not going to do right with the money, that she, during the time frame that they were together or married, that she had no growth, she had no ambition, no drive to do anything, and that she was not going to do right with this money. This person could have possibly initially left all the money to her and expected this woman to split it out, or divvy it out to the rest of the family, possibly older children, possibly estranged children and family members, possibly distant relatives. They were supposed to get a piece of this money. But when a husband seen that a wife, it could be somebody that definitely married for money, was not going to do right by this money, he changed the will on her and left her out of this will. This is what I know. And she devised the plan, hired this fireman, hitman. This man must not have any close family members. This man could have like live very secluded with this woman, or his family members, like I said, they could be estranged. Reproach, and then Eight of Wands. Speed, travel, swift action. Give me more. Somebody is having a memory lapse. Knight of Cups. Somebody could be, this King of Pentacles could also be this woman's lover. Or somebody here is lovers. This woman married for money. She has a kid somewhere that this husband didn't know about too. Or maybe he did know about it. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. He held this to his chest. He just wrote this hoe out of the wheel. But she was already sleeping with a King of Pentacles to the devil. She was already sleeping with this King of Pentacles to the sun in the reverse. She could even have a son by, it could have had a son by this emperor or said it was his. And it ended up being a King of Pentacles instead. And this emperor found this out. He wrote her out of the wheel. But he didn't know that, he couldn't have known that this King of Pentacles was this woman's, the real child's father. This King of Pentacles is also his estate attorney or estate lawyer, whatever you would like to call him. And this woman was sleeping with this estate's lawyer anyways, behind the scenes. They had a scheme devised, and then this King of Pentacles, this woman came up with a child for a Wheel of Fortune, I'm telling you. And this emperor found out that this child wasn't his. Of course, somebody with money, they'll probably go get a little Dana test behind the scenes. You know, that's what we say in the ghetto. So yeah, we say Dana, DNA test, you know. Just joking, guys. But of course, this emperor, if he wanted to leave a child in his will and leave this child a lot of money, extensive amount of money, even possibly a house, he went and got a DNA test. But he didn't want to possibly make this woman freak out by asking her for a DNA test. So he went and got one done behind closed doors and found out the child wasn't his. He didn't know that it was this King of Pentacles, his estate lawyer. And I think he just wrote this woman and the child out of the will, or left them out of the will, changed the will. King of Pentacles told this woman and this King of Pentacles, they know a firefighter that doubles as an assassin, a hired hitman to take people out for money, Wheel of Fortune. People that are earth angels, have spiritual gifts, or have some type of divine inheritance or abundance passed down to them, whether it be physically and or spiritually. Give me one more in this area. Six of Cups. Yep. Knight of Cups, Six of Cups, Eight of Wands. There's been a lot of talk about how this child wasn't this man's either. This emperor could have been hearing people talk behind his back that this child wasn't his, or there could have been a lot of people saying something about the paternity of this child. He heard something. Maybe it wasn't even that. Maybe the Eight of Wands is all the downloads that this emperor was getting from the ethers that this child wasn't his. We got a lot of earth out here. Earth, 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 air of earth, earth, fire, air of fire, and water. All in the middle here is earth. This child could be an earth sign. All of these people could be an earth sign. The emperor could be an earth sign. Of course, King of Pentacles could be an earth sign. This woman could, or this child could be an earth sign. The child definitely could be an like an earth fire sign. There's also a question about this child's gestational age, 10. This child could be 10 years old. Oh, this woman is a trash box. She was gonna leave it. She wasn't gonna get this child this money anyways. She would have got this money. I believe she got her hands on this money. I don't think she gave it to the child or made sure the child was straight. I think she gave the child to possibly close relatives, to women who could be LGBTQ plus to raise this child. This child don't have to be 10 years old. This child could be 10 months, but I'm getting 10 years old. She got this money and dipped. Child, King of Pentacles in the reverse. I know y'all seen how that flew out. Stubbornness, possessiveness, rigidity. Yeah, because this King of Pentacles didn't want to take care of this child. Oh, Lord. They devised this plan together, but once she got this money, or once he had already expressed to her that he didn't want nothing to do with the child, that he didn't want to be responsible for taking care of the child. So she could have came up with sending the child out to like relatives, LGBTQ plus. He told her he was gonna walk away. Eight of Cups, Queen of Wands in the reverse, pettiness, selfishness, anger. Cause she's selfish anyways. Only care about herself. She wasn't going to be able to spend this money and have this child around and taking care of this child. This emperor could have took very good care of this child. King of Pentacles in the reverse to the Hangman. What happens in these situations? Eventually, the two people that work together to devise plans such as this, they end up taking each other out anyways, or working behind the scenes to take out the other one. Nine of Swords. No. Is that my phone? He's asking for it. Give me more on this Nine of Swords energy. It's time for him. Yep, show time for him. A lavender rub down, Page of Swords. This Page of Swords is giving me watching. Somebody in their head, because the King of Pentacles didn't want to have a part in watching this little boy, protecting this little boy, being responsible for this little boy. I don't know why I keep saying boy. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. It says impatience, perfectionism, and lack of ambition. With the Page of Pentacles. I said Eight of Pentacles in the reverse with the Page of Pentacles. Dreams, enthusiasm, opportunity with the Two of Cups in the reverse. This man was going to leave this woman anyways. He just Seven of Cups. He had her under the illusion that since she was the Empress, the mother of his child, that he was going to have a new beginning with her, but he didn't. He really was going to run off on a plug twice. Ace of Wands in the reverse. And there was going to be a major tower because guess what? They weren't share this money at all. Somebody was going off the other person anyways. Knight of Swords, because this is what happened when you forge bonds. Three of Wands, when you forge long-term bonds with people that are sneaky, dishonest, and impulsive, will do anything for money. King of Wands here. Two of Pentacles. Girl, how many people was she sleeping with? She could have been, somebody could have been sending money to a King of Wands to transfer. Three of Swords, the Star of the Hermit. Three of Swords. Heartache, grief, love triangles. This woman could have been sending this King of Pentacles money to like transfer the money. The star says theft, privation, and abandonment. Hermit, introspection, dissimulation, and corruption. That's what these are in the deck. The Sun, lingering worry, temporary sadness to the Three of Cups. And these people could have been friends. A King of Wands, a King of Pentacles, and a Queen of Swords walk into a bar. Cute. Collective, y'all. These people be the Hierophant. These people be having a lot going on. A King of Wands could be part of some type of banking system where they handle transfers, possibly. And this person could have been transferring money for a Queen of Swords, possibly into a secret, hidden, or offshore account. And they playing this woman was just playing everybody, but everybody was playing her too. Idiots. Two of Swords. This is why the karma is so tough. It's too much. Got an innocent child here and an innocent emperor. And I want to say that the firefighter guy from the beginning, he's innocent because he got pulled into some crap, but he didn't say anything after the fact. He didn't speak up against it. You know, acquiescence in spiritual court as well as in real court and court of law. Acquiescence is agreeance. Acquiescence is participation. Acquiescence is if you don't speak up against it, you're a part of it. It's the same thing as guilty by association. Acquiescence. Even if you don't know what's going on, at some point in time, one point in time or another, you find out what's going on and what it is, you know. And unfortunately, in the court of law, this is where law gets really, 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 really harsh because there's a very fine line with this. But if you realize that you find yourself caught up in a crime and you don't speak up against it, you don't turn a person in. And I know that for a lot of us, it's like, call a popo hoe. What do you mean? But the moment that you know about it and you don't speak up against it, you become an accomplice or accessory. Unfortunately, there is a very fine line when it comes to becoming an accomplice and or accessory by acquiescence. A lot of things are done to us in acquiescence. We got the halls of Amenti here. Somebody has a succubus spirit. This woman. This woman could be like biracial or multiracial, or she could be like a speaker. She could be an interpreter, a language interpreter for different races. She could work for like refugees or immigrants that come in or out of the country and stuff that don't know English. She could interpret for them. Poverty. This person could be having a lot of trouble sleeping because a high on her masculine and a high on her feminine told her it's a strong fuck no in a family room. This woman could be Khmer, Cambodian, or she could be from these regions or know somebody from this region, or this masculine, this emperor energy could be from Khmer. He could be Khmer. Or this could be this emperor's ancestors. They could be from Cambodian lineage. They could have really, really old like family heirlooms or old ancient things worth a lot of money. This could be the bulk of this man's estate. Or this man could be, this emperor also could be like a artifact collector, archaeologist, something of some of that nature. Collects a lot of artifacts. He could have like a museum for riches, his money. This could be what he has phone mirroring is here. The Arcturians and Tartarians here, but it's in the reverse. Tartarian, it talks about Tartarian, it talks about highly advanced technology. Okay. This could be electrical, this could be this emperor could have created or invented something that helps him detect artifacts deep within the sediment or deep within walls or like hidden walls or false walls. He could have invented or created something like that he could have money from that. And then he used this invention to find like hidden walls, secret caves and caverns, hidden and old artifacts never found or never known by man. Mhm. That could be a karmic masculine. That's a person of interest. This King of Pentacles. This person is not. This person does not pray. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in karmic bloodlines. This King of Pentacles may be living under a different identity too. It could have like multiple wives, multiple families, multiple lovers in different locations. Dang. This little 10-year-old boy that could be the emperor's child or could be the king of Pentacles. I don't see how. Well, I guess anything is possible. I really don't want to discredit it, but this little boy that's like 10 years old that they didn't want to take care of, this child could be like a reincarnated, be like a spirit baby in the flesh that's meant to come out in temperance energy. The mother might find this out later on and try to come back for the little boy. Because she gone out to marry another wealthy man, child. When this woman finds out that this little boy is a reincarnated or a spirit baby, a temperance earth, a reincarnated earth angel, she gonna want to get this child back from whoever this LGBTQ plus couple is, and they're gonna fight her against it, and she's gonna try and take them to court because she's a scam artist. She gonna say that she's the natural mother of this child. She hella superficial and shallow because even though she birthed this child, she really don't hold no true lineage to this child. Just because you give birth to someone does not make them your child. You doesn't make you a mother. Let's say that. This woman wants to bank off of this child's spiritual gifts. I don't know if she done already found this out about this child. This woman could also have that package. She know one of her multiple lovers could be a judge, or there's a judge that's a divine masculine that's supposed to break generational curses. Because overall, if people have an estate, and this is a question collective, and people have an estate, you will have your estate lawyer, but then you will have the judge that rules on where stuff goes if there's ever any type of dispute. I feel like that's what this judge divine masculine is. But who would he play the divine masculine to? Maybe he's just a divine masculine. Doesn't mean there has to be a divine feminine anywhere. I don't see no one here. Trying to spin the block, that means that he's relooking into something concerning this estate. Yeah, because this judge also could be an empath earth angel as well, and he's wondering how somebody gained this sudden wealth when maybe this man done got a hold to the original will. He's wondering how this woman was named in this last will and testament. He wants them to make it make sense. How this bitch became a wealthy woman when he know for a fact this judge could even know this emperor, like have known this emperor from like the beginning of time, where the emperor talks to the judge too, outside of the estate lawyer, and maybe the judge has like the authentic or genuine or first like draft of this last will and testament, because every family should have a seer. You got two earth angels here, an emperor and a judge who knew each other. Were earth, they knew both. They knew they were both divine. This emperor knew when he found out that this little boy wasn't his. He went to this judge and drafted up an the original like last will and testament, and gave it to the judge because he knew this bitch was gonna be on some shit once she found out that he wrote her out of this will. Somebody could be following this woman around. Somebody could have a detective on this woman or on this judge. This detective or somebody could be a private detective, or something could be from Alaska. Or somebody could be like Serbian. I did hear that earlier before I started to read as well. Yeah, some here about a house. He could have left the house to the son anyways, even though it wasn't his. And now this woman trying to spin the block and get that little boy back. This read is long. I'm ready to get up out of this energy. I don't went from killer firefighters, child. I mean, are we writing like a Steven Spielberg's movie right now? Let me know. Let me know, guys, so I can make sure they give me my money. Jesus. Killer firefighters, somebody with an entity attachment, a sorcerer that's a firefighter that's a undercover sorcerer that takes people out, seers, earth angels, and stuff for money, that is hired by a king of pentacles and a queen of swords and queen of wands in the reverse, and families and stuff that had this man take people out, and this man is using the gifts to forge a bridge to some type of realm or to some type of somewhere to summon up things to have be powerful and have powerful gifts. And oh Lord, and now somebody is having memory lapses and shit. We're gonna come back because I want a better read for Friday. I'll be sick of these energies. We know that we have Syrian energy here. Somebody could be a reincarnated Syrian. And then we also have blue avians. These will be Thoth. Somebody could be real good at, somebody could be a real genius, mathematician, a main female. Kraken, Cthulhu. Yeah, this is who they tried to fucking, wait a minute. I release you back to your respective places. With love, Ashe. Somebody could have been trying to summon up this. Idiots. You idiots. Not a creature of the abyss. Are they crazy? Message of concern. That's what's going on. Somebody got this thing or one of the things from this realm attached to them that's taking over their body. Collective, we're going to leave that there. We're going to come back for a nice message. Shall we do love messages or 18 plus? Shall we? I don't know. Because I'm telling you, quite frankly, I love you guys. I'm sick of giving out the freaking messages of concern with the karmic messages and people trying to take folks out for money. Like, we know that's going on. We know about all the insurance scams and romance schemes and everything. Like, we know that people are out here just taking people out for money. We know that. For the love of money. But geez, can we have a good read? I mean, Spirit, now don't get me wrong. Y'all want me to give out the messages? I definitely will, but they become very exhausting, especially on a Friday after the day I've had yesterday. Sometimes your girl just wants to unwind, but I don't want to go out anywhere because I don't feel like, I just don't feel like it. But on a good note, I met me a little cutie and stuff yesterday, y'all. So much for me. Now, am I like thrilled about it? It's just kind of like, oh yeah, oh okay. Anyways, so we'll see how that works. Yeah, I won't hold my breath, but he was nice, very respectable, very nice. So that's on the up and up. Now, will I go on a date? I don't know because we're gonna come back with a better read, collective. Okay. We're going to come back with a better read, and we're going to see how this works out. Anyways, I release all the energies that I have called upon, that I have invoked in this reading back to their respective places, especially those of the entity realm or from wherever this realm is, of that particular realm. I release you, and I close all doors and portals to and from my energy. Thank you. And Ashe, collective, I'm going to release you guys with love and light. And let's come back with like a love reading. Let's see what's in the energy for love, because Jesus, all this killing and stuff is driving me crazy. I'm going to see y'all back, collective. Just give me a little moment and we'll be back.